Very, very beautiful, great morning this morning. Grateful Gab episode number 4. I'm very, excited still to be going on this journey. I'm doing my best to stay consistent. Every day God is blessing me with the days to, get out of my bed, my own 2 feet, just to even open my eyes. I'm gonna show my gratitude and be grateful so that I may be able to place some positive energy and motivation and words of wisdom into the world. So this morning, before we start off, I just would like to take a moment of silence to remember a family friend of ours, a gentleman named Bruce. He passed away about 2 nights ago. Bruce was a awesome gentleman. He was a big, piece of our family, from being brought in, through third parties of our family. He became like a main member of our family, probably for the last 18 years. That's what I would say, yeah. And it's just, it's sad. I obviously know, death is a part of our lives, whatever, but it's never, good news hearing about one of your, family members / friends, passing away. I feel like at an early age or whatever. But again, I just want to do a moment of silence for our friend Bruce. May you rest in peace and rise in glory. You're not suffering anymore. Whatever you had physical suffering from, just want to let you know our family love you. We're sending love and prayers to your family. We appreciate you for being a part of our lives and blessing us with the ability to know you. So again, we're about to do a moment of silence, and it's going to start now. And that moment of silence as well was for any of my viewers who just recently lost, any family members or friends or anybody you just want to remember, So, take that little small time of pause and just think about them, all day, every day, really. So now I'm going to dive into our daily verse of the day. The daily verse derives from the book of Romans, chapter 6, verse 13. And today is April 14th, 2022. Again, the daily verse derives from the book of Romans, chapter 6, verse 13. Neither yield ye your members as instruments of unrighteousness unto sin, but yield yourselves unto God as those that are alive from the dead, and your members as instruments of righteousness unto God. Again, the book of Romans, chapter 6, verse 13. So today, I just really want to dive into, speaking about fatherhood, gratitude, things of that nature. Being a father to me is very, very important. Again, as I explained the other day, really didn't have that father figure, in my life to really be a good role model. My younger years, my grandfather, he had, came from, I believe, New Orleans, if I'm not mistaken. He came from New Orleans, and he lived with my mother and my brothers and I for, at least about 4 or 5 years. And everything was great, I learned a lot from my grandfather. I'm pretty sure my brothers and my cousins learned a lot from him as well, from the small time that we, were able to grow together and spend those times. And I'm just even grateful for those small, short years, because he had a lasting impact in my life forever. Just to be kind of following in his footsteps. And my grandfather had, daughters. I'm about to have my 3rd daughter. And again, I just take big pride in that. Like my grandfather passed away in his low 50s. And I'm definitely looking to surpass, that time on this earth, for way longer than that, to be a part of my daughter's lives for even longer, to see them grow and see their, eventually when they become married and have kids, see their kids grow and things of that nature. But currently right now, my present state for fatherhood, I'm definitely enjoying, every little bit of it. My daughters are, they're definitely growing still, and they're learning new things. Their minds have been exposed to a lot of things. We definitely love to take them would travel with them a lot to expose them to, different things. My oldest daughter was born abroad. She was born in Germany, in Hamburg, Germany, in 2017. My wife and I served in the United States Army. And my second daughter, she was born in Watertown, New York. And our third daughter, she'll be born here in North Carolina. But it's just, like I said, it's just a blessing. They take up after things that we love. I'm an Eagles fan. I was able to take my family to our first NFL football game last year, and I was so grateful for that. Had a great time. The Eagles won. And my daughters, they love sports. They're currently in a tumbling tornado gymnastics class right now. Probably about almost 2 months into it. And I could just see the progression and the growth. And I just think that's the biggest thing for me of being a father. I get to see the growth in my kids and get to instill in them different things, morals. You see their characters. You see their intellect levels. You just see all these type of things in it. And I definitely know my daughters have a bright future. One, I'm just not saying it because they're my daughters, but I just know God has such an awesome plan for their lives. And, I always instill into them that they're going to be front runners to change the world. Definitely for a positive way. And I truly believe that. And I just think the next generation for our children is definitely going to be a much more challenging future for them. Technology is advancing so much. All these other things are, hitting the earth or, being brought up from the dirt of just, all these type of, I'm not going to say malicious type of vibes or anything like that, but it's definitely not, a lot of things being held in the dark from the world are being, brought to light nowadays. And it's just, you really have to prep your kids and be on them to be, be able to handle what's coming in the future. Because, none of us know the future, but again, from how it's looking right now, of course, I want to stay optimistic and say that the future is going to be better because we can be better. It starts with every single person. All of us have a choice and a chance, but then all of us also have a responsibility to be the best you, so the best you can help another person, find their best themselves and things of that nature. Because you cannot exert energy to someone else until you have fully, accepted who you are, fully focus your energy on preparing yourself to be the best you for the day. Because you cannot love or show love to anybody else if you don't love yourself, or you don't love, what you do and all those things. If you're not 100% sure who you are, or you're not 100% sure satisfied with who you are, So just always trying to find who you are. Be the best person. Every day you get a chance to wake up and get your 2 feet out the bed. You just tell God thank you, because He chose to, wake us up this morning. A lot of people didn't wake up this morning. So definitely have to take every day for what it is. I try to take my fatherhood, definitely not for granted every day, even when I have to catch myself and in a state of being aggravated or annoyed with my children. I really just have to sit there and analyze myself and say, okay, Dave, right now is in a moment of this is what's going on, but I have to look at, being grateful for I even have my children here to be alive, to be healthy, for me to be aggravated or agitated or whatever with them, you feel what I'm saying? So I really just have to go back into my mind and say, hey, Dave, okay, I know they're kids, and then my daughters are girls, obviously. So with me as a man, I just have to, I'm working on being more emotionally available, open, things of that nature, because as my daughters grow, I definitely want them to be entwined and have, no sense of holding anything back from myself and their mother. Because again, I really want them to be open, with things that they want to accomplish in their life, things of that nature, because I want to be able to put myself in a position to, get them the tools or the resources or put them in the right direction or whatever they want to accomplish in their lives. Because I feel like that's, this our job as parents. Definitely, detailing our children, being in tune with them, really focusing on, what they like to do, their growth, what do you see in them, all these type of things, because one day they're going to have their own, well, they already have their own minds now, but one day they're going to have their own, ideas of what they want placed for their lives. So if you already see it now in your children, it's going to be easy for you to notice those things as well when they get into their own mind, like, oh, okay, yeah, I really love doing X, Y, Z, or I really love doing this, or I don't like doing that, but I would prefer to do this. You feel what I'm saying? You just got to be open to listening to your children, because, children are very intelligent. You can learn a lot from anybody. You know what I mean? So you definitely really have to listen to your kids, really genuinely, truly just, love them for who they are. Never try to change them to be, the image that you want to be, or you want them to be. Because at the end of the day, they all have their own, again, their characters, that they're their own person. They're going to grow into their own person. They're going to be their own person just like they are now. But, of course, they're going to take things from their parents that they learn. That's why I do my best to, work on my angers and work on my manners, how I present things to people, how I act in public, around my children, or just period. I want them to always see that, their father is a respectable man, that I get respect, that I command respect, that I give respect, things of that nature, manners, all that good stuff, So, again, just trying to find gratitude in every little thing you do. Parenthood, for me, is fatherhood. Very, very important to me. Again, like with my father growing up, it was not, his love and my love weren't reciprocated the same way, you feel what I'm saying? Even in my adult years, like I said, I don't think it affected him from our conversation as men, how it affected me. But, as long as I'm here on this earth and God gives me the breath and the right mind and all those good things to be able to be fathers to my daughters, I'm going to do that. So my last breath in my body, so I definitely appreciate y'all tuning in this morning. Again, go back through, take a moment of silence for any of your loved ones, your friends, families who recently passed away or even passed away a while back. Just take some time out to remember them today. Again, Bruce, long live you. For sure, I know you're in a better place. Again, you're not suffering or doing anything like that. So just take today to acknowledge your loved ones, y'all. You have brothers, sisters, any siblings like that, friends, family. Just reach out to them. You haven't spoken to them in a while, and let them know you love them, that you appreciate them. And, that for sure, that this day is not taken for granted. But again, y'all, I really appreciate y'all tuning in. Grateful Gab, episode 4. I love y'all. I appreciate everybody, for tuning in, listening. Have a great day. Y'all stay safe. Keep your spirits up. Think positive. Attract what you want to attract in your life. Put it in your mind, and it's going to come to you. Peace and love. Grateful Gab. I'm out.